Okay. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to Find Your Fire Team Call. Oh, that was weird. It made a weird noise. Okay. So, happy day one of Transform 20. What did everyone think of the workout this morning? Hard.
Oh yeah.
I hurt like 2 minutes in and I was like, oh dear.
Yeah, like you forget about the no breaks thing.
Yeah.
After the first transformer, I was like, I don't know if I can do two more of these. Like, holy crap. It's like,
And just from doing like the practice, like the preview workouts and stuff, like that same transformer, like that first one, it was has been on it, and I can't get past like the number. So like that's gonna be my challenge. Is like I keep hitting like the same number, and it's funny because I do it early in the morning, and I don't want to like wake up my roommate, and that step is loud, like when you're stepping on it. So I take my shoes on and off, like depending on the movement.
Oh no.
So like for that one, I took my shoes off, so it was like just my socks. But I don't want to do the whole workout just in case, like if I need grip on the step. But like it's loud, so and I can't, gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. So yeah, I thought it was super fun, and hope everyone, your nutrition's going well. Okay, so I have a list of notes that's going to be kind of random, but I just like was coming up brainstorming ideas that came to my head that I wanted to talk about tonight. So it's going to be kind of a smorgasbord of topics that I think are important as we kind of go into the second half of the month and focus on building our coaching business, because that's why we're in Coach University, and that's what's going to help your income grow, and our team grow. So that's going to be our focus. So I want to start with, okay, so I'm telling you, this is going to be really random. So first topic, stock photos. What this means is whenever you like go on a trip or go out of town with family and you're like in a pretty place, or whenever you're just like out and about at a park or whatever, like whenever you go anywhere, take photos, like take multiple photos, multiple poses, smiling, like have someone take them of you. And that's why this is so great when you get coaches together, because everyone understands, and that's just like you take photos of each other. Like Emma and I did this in Padre, and that's why I keep posting beach photos, and like I wish I would have taken more, so I have more to like take from. But the reason is like so you always have photos to use when you're like doing a call to action or something, and you don't have to like take one in your bed all the time, if you want to get a post up and then you have the same picture all the time, it makes your Instagram more pretty. It makes it like just more, diverse. You're not having the same pictures. You're not always in a house. And it's just more enticing. And so have those photos like on hand. So like when you don't have a photo, but you have something you want to post about, you can just grab from that, put a filter on it, and then post. So just keep that in mind whenever you're like taking trips or with family and stuff like that, like someone in your family who's willing to take photos of you. Dallas will never be like an Instagram boyfriend, but he will. I am going to force him to take photos of me. He did take a photo of me taking a tequila shot one time, so he's grown. We're getting him there. But yeah, so that's just kind of a random topic just to keep in mind whenever you're doing anything, outside of your home. Okay, so then the next one is building a following. So if you are at a point where you are you're running out of people to talk to, like you followed up with them 2 days ago, everyone on your list you followed up within the last week or two, that means you don't have enough people to talk to and you need to expand your network. So if you're at that point, one of your main priorities should be adding followers every single day. Like more than 5, more than 10, like you need to be adding like every hour. If you can't, like don't add more than 50 in an hour. That's an Instagram rule. So don't follow more than 50 people in an hour, but every hour you can follow 50 people. And I tend to try and look for profiles that are not on private, but if it's like a friend of a friend, like someone that I kind of know on Instagram, I'll go to like their followers list, because like they're all within kind of a similar, like her friends. If I feel like I could connect with her, I could probably connect with her friends. So then I go to her followers, I don't know for sure that we're going to like hit it off, but that's just one way that I kind of dive into finding new people to follow. And then another way is hashtags. So I just watched a training in the Beachbody Champions. They like Kim Carver put up a bunch of trainings from top coaches talking about a lot of different topics. And so my goal this week was to watch 2 every day because they're only about 10 minutes. So I only did 1 yesterday. So, but I'm going to do 2 tonight. And I watched Amy Rada's, and it was about hashtags. And hashtags are not something that you can just put on your photo and expect for people to find you. Hashtags are used for you to use them to find other people. Like, you have to be active about it and like go search out a hashtag that you would use. So there's this thing called the color wheel that she talked about, and I've never used it before. It sounds like a good idea, so maybe I will implement it, but it's just for new coaches you fill it out with like things about you that are not related to fitness, not related to nutrition, just like, what else are you? Are you a student? Are you a dog mom? Do you like to sew? Do you like to knit? Do you run? Do you like, I don't know, do anything else, like to travel, anything like that. Are you, like if you have a certain, literally, even if you have like a certain food allergy or something, like there's literally so many things that you could connect with people on. And so like come up with a list, if you haven't done that already, of like things about you that are not fitness related, and then go search hashtags to find people that are using those hashtags. So then you know that you have a connection with them, and then you can like their posts, comment on their posts. She uses the 5-3-1 method. I forget what the 1 is, but she likes 5 photos, comments on 3 photos. I don't remember maybe the 1 is like follow them. I don't know. I forget. You can go watch the video for the training. But so then her method with that was like, so someone gets, 8 notifications from Happy, Healthy, Humble is hers. And then hopefully they go to her profile, get interested, and then follow her back. If they're not interested, they won't follow her back. No big deal, whatever. Like a lot of these people, you don't know them. So like you commented and gave them compliments. If they think that's weird, that's their own thing. They won't follow you back, whatever. But there could be a chance that you could connect with someone. So just keep that in mind with hashtags. You can use them. And like what she said, she puts a couple on her photo and then she puts the rest in a comment. But keep in mind, if you like make because you can have up to 30, if you have like 30 hashtags, do not post the same 30 on every single photo, because Instagram will not like that. They don't like people using it that way. So you have to switch it up every single time. So you should have like groups of them. So like a group of hashtags if you do a post about food, a group of hashtags if you do a post about knitting, a group of hashtags if you do a post about your dog, like things like that. And a good way to like find them is like go to your search bar on Instagram, search, like today I was looking at like grad student. And honestly, it's really unfortunate because grad student, I don't know, Kylie, if you've ever like searched that on Instagram, but like get a bunch of nerds and bloggers. Like I don't find anyone that I can relate to. I get like weirdos. But so
I try to like search like social work or like something like my program, but then it's all like, not to be mean, but it's all like older women who like families and like are already in the program, and I'm like, yeah, no, like I'm the aspiring person.
I mean, you just gotta kind of like, it takes some time. So, like should be just like one of your power pockets during your day, is like dedicating time to finding your hashtags. And then once you have them, you can keep them for a while and just like switch them up. But so you like search. So I did like grad student and a bunch come up. But like look for hashtags that are like 5,000 to 15,000 posts. Like don't use any that are like 100 something, because your post is going to get lost and no one's going to see it. And like I said, the main reason isn't so people can find you. I mean, like they're going to, but you can't just bank on a bunch of people following you just because you used a hashtag. Use the hashtags to go find and follow other people and connect with other people, comment on their stories, their posts, stuff like that. Okay, so that's hashtags. And then, like I said, like if you like need to build your following on Instagram to find more people. And it's not just about the following, it's about the following, people following you that could be potential clients. You know, it's not about the numbers, it's about quality of numbers, but you still need the numbers in order to get to quality. If that makes sense. You know, like if they're not there, you won't know if they're good people. So really pick up your game on finding your people and building your following. If you're at a point where you're like following up with the same people, they're still saying no, you don't have anyone to talk to, you have no invites to do every day, then you need to grow your network like big time. Okay, so build a following, hashtags. Next topic, and write down any questions that you have. I'm sorry, I'm going really fast, and then you can ask them at the end. Okay, next topic is resourcefulness. I saw a post about this today that just kind of like reminded me. But as a coach, it is very important that you learn how to be resourceful and look for the answers. So like from now on, I'm going to kind of keep the motto, not motto, but like the mindset that if you ask me a question that has to do with like, when is summit, or like when is the date of this launch, or how do I find this in the coach office or something, I'm probably going to I'm going to ask you, did you look in the coach office? Did you search the FAQs? Did you search, the Set Your Soul on Fire group? Like as a coach, you need to go out and look for the answer first, because that is how you grow your own skills as a business owner. And when you have future coaches, you can't have them asking you questions and then you have to ask me, and it just goes up the chain. Like you need to figure out those dates. You need to figure out where the trainings are and what resources you have and how you figure out this and how, you know what I mean? So that's just about being resourceful and figuring out. If you can't find the answer, like doesn't mean don't ask me. I'm not saying don't ever ask me a question, but my first question back to you is going to be, did you look at this? Did you look at that? Like, did you look in the FAQs? Did you look in the coach office? Because that is how you become a better coach, is going and find the answers. You become more knowledgeable, and it's going to help you grow in your business. So just something going forward. Okay. The other thing, got this from Mel Robbins, Parkinson's law. So does anyone remember this from Mindset Reset? So Parkinson's law is I guess I'm not going to remember the exact words, but like the task whatever task you have to do will fit the amount of time you give it. Something like that. So like if you have 2 weeks to write a paper, how long is it going to take you? 2 weeks. If you have an hour to write a paper, how long is it going to take you? An hour. It spreads or shrinks to the amount of time that you give it. So this can relate to the goals that you set as a coach. So I saw a couple people with their goals that they are going to be an Emerald coach by the end of Transform 20. Awesome. So glad you want to be an Emerald coach. That's amazing. Becoming Emerald does not take 6 weeks. If you set it as a goal of 6 weeks, it is going to take you 6 weeks. Make it shorter. Give yourself a shorter deadline of when you're going to hit Emerald, because you can. Emerald can be done so fast, you guys. You just have to, you have to be doing your daily activities and talking about the coaching opportunity. So just keep that in mind. And I'm not trying to bash any goals. Like I think it's awesome. Everyone has a goal of going Emerald and beyond, but just keep in mind the Parkinson's law. It's going to take you 6 weeks if you have it in your mind that you're going to have it by the end of 6 weeks. If you set a goal like, I have no option, I'm going to go Emerald in 2 weeks, then it's going to take you 2 weeks. If you truly believe that mindset, which you have to, if you're going to make it happen. So, a lot of the goals that you set, in coaching, they can happen a lot faster than what we picture them as, or what we think that they can happen in. So just keep that in mind when you're setting. I think that all of you can go, or like whoever is not Emerald yet on our team can go Emerald way faster than 6 weeks if you are doing your daily activities, which I know you guys are showing up in team calls and checking in. So I know that you're doing them. It's maybe just being more efficient with them or doing more of them, and being more open about talking about signing up as a coach and really talking about that with every single person you sign up. Okay. So that was epic. Told you, completely random. There's just so many things I want to cover. Okay, next topic, coach sneak peek. We need to figure out when we're going to do that. So let me grab my calendar. Actually, okay, yeah. So this is not calendar. I'm so bummed. I bought my lesson planner like at the beginning of the school year, so it's going to end like before the end of the year. So I like have to get a new one in the middle of the year. I was like trying to plan in all the coach launches and stuff, and then I got to like April or May. I think it goes to May. Like, oh, this is annoying. Okay, calendar. January. Okay, so I was thinking to do. Okay. So I want to like talk about coaching like starting now, but then if we don't have a coach sneak peek until the end of the month, like that's a long time in between. But here, my problem is I have a physical therapy student conference in DC that I leave for on Wednesday, the 23rd. Sorry, next Wednesday. So I can't really do one that because like I'm in sessions all day long. I could do. When do I fly out Wednesday? Oh, I fly out early Wednesday. Okay, do we want to do the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? And like invite for a week, or the 28th, 29th, 30th? Or we could do both. It's not, I mean, it doesn't take a whole lot of time. It's just everyone showing up for a little bit every single day, which you do that way.
Did you say one of those was the 22nd?
Yes.
The only thing is, if we do something like that is that night, that's my birthday, so I probably won't be home until night or something. So I don't know if we're doing something that night, but
it won't be like the call that we did. It'll be like I think we'll go back to the 3-day.
Oh, okay. So like just hop on and get live when you can, kind of thing.
Yeah. So
gotcha.
We'll have like a topic for each day that we're going to talk about, and then each person will like go live and talk about that for like 5 minutes. Like that's all it'll be. And so we'll cover like the time and tasks. So the time it takes and like what you do, during that time. We'll talk about income, and there'll just be like a money day. So it'll be like income and cost of a challenge pack. So that'll be the last day. And then the first day will be like your story on like how you got started and why and how, it's impacting your life. So, I mean, I almost want to do it like next week. So then we like invite this week to like, we have all week to like invite people to the sneak peek. But then like we could also, I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I guess we could do it next week, and then depending on how it goes, we could always do it again after that. That's
true. Maybe we'll go with that plan. Because I don't want to like, have us all, posting about coaching and like inviting people, hey, you want to join a sneak peek, but we actually don't start until the 28th. And then, people forget and stuff. So I think that's a good plan. We'll do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I fly out Wednesday at like 6 a.m., but I have all day. Like we don't have any sessions on Wednesday. It doesn't start till Thursday. So like while I'm out and about, I can hop on and like go live that day too. So
Where are you flying out to?
What?
Where are you flying out to?
Washington, D.C.
Oh.
where the government shutdown is happening. So it should be great fun. Yeah. I don't like museums anyway, so apparently all the museums are closed and like there's just trash everywhere because there's no workers. Like just great.
Yeah, you're not gonna really see the pretty DC. No.
Yeah, I really had no desire to go to DC anyway, but
It is pretty cool. Like the stuff that's out there is awesome, but right now it probably looks like poop. So
I mean, it's not a place that I would ever voluntarily go on my own. So like maybe it's good that I get to see it like now, because like that's not a place that I would like vacation to. I'm just not like a monument museum person. They're cool and I respect the people that they're about, but anyway. So yeah, so Wednesday there's just like a group of us because not even everyone will be there on Wednesday. We're all flying out at different times, but there's a group. So we're just going to be like exploring and stuff. So that's no problem for me to get on. So it'll just be throughout the day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we'll kind of hammer out, like, I'll get some more details on like what topic will be each day. And then I might put like a sign up sheet or something that you can sign up for like a time, and it might be like a time range, like I'll go in the morning, I'll go lunchtime, I'll go at dinner, whatever. So you don't have to know exactly like when you're going to go. Does that sound good to everyone? So that being said, Transform 20, and we'll still invite to Transform 20 because we'll do like a second start date of everyone, because the promo doesn't end until the 31st. So we do want to take advantage of people getting the sale price. But like right now, it'll be people signing up as coaches with the sale price of Transform 20. And then maybe after we do the sneak peek, depending on how it goes, you can still be inviting like your follow-ups or like people who reach out to you, people who see your videos. You can still be talking about, Transform 20 and signing up as a challenger. But you do want to incorporate more of the talking about coaching on your posts and stories. So if you need some more like insight on how to do this, there's resources in the coach office. If you go to like the search bar and Team Set Your Soul on Fire, I'm sure you could look up like search I don't know. Wait. There's probably some files in there in the Team Set Your Soul on Fire group too. You can look at some of my past posts, just change them in your own words, just to get the idea of like how to talk about it. Talking on your stories, and yeah. So that will be kind of the theme to invite for the sneak. So anyone who like likes your posts or views your stories where you're talking about this stuff, reach out to them and say, hey, like, thanks for showing love on my post or whatever, talk in your own words, and then say, I actually like, we're going to do this really cool thing next week where we, a bunch of coaches on my team talk about, why we got started and why we love sharing about this. Like, would you be interested? It doesn't take much time. You'll just be in a group and we'll go live a couple times during the days. And then you can watch the videos whenever you have a chance, just keep it like really casual and say like, and just invite them to be a part of the group. And then we'll add them in the Facebook group. We'll send them a link to where they have to fill out a couple of questions. And then just so we know like who they're coming from. And you can like post a link to the Facebook group in your like profile, things like that. So we can just basically start talking about coaching, and then we'll hammer out the rest of the details as we go through the week. Okay. So sneak peek, 21st through the 23rd. Okay, next. Okay, so the 27th, it's a Sunday. That is another flight day. That's when I fly back, and I don't fly back till at nighttime. So would anyone be willing to, and you don't have to tell me now, you can tell me now, would would anyone be willing, or you can make it a group effort, to run the accountability call that night instead of me canceling it? What do you guys have for that? I mean, I just need like one person to kind of like, when everyone gets on, just kind of, you know, say, hey, just say, talk about what you want to talk about. Like if you want to talk about the transformation, you know, T is for transformation, do what we normally do, like talk about a victory and a goal for the next week. And then anyone can ask questions and comment. But like, I mean, everyone can group contribute, but I just need one person to just like kind of, when everyone gets on, say like, hey guys, welcome to the call, you know? So everyone's not just like sitting there like awkward. So, you know, you guys just sit on that and then just think about how this is going to help you grow and get outside your comfort zone. So message me later if you'd be willing to do it, and then I'll figure out who's going to. That's the 27th, Sunday the 27th. Okay. And then, so did everyone print off their daily activity trackers? Yes.
I have the old one and my printer stopped working, so I haven't printed off the new one yet. That is on my to-do list tomorrow.
Okay.
But I have at least the old one that I use this week.
Okay. Well, use the new one, but use it online.
Yeah, I started transferring over, but like my printed off one that has like my first couple of days is the old one. And
okay, gotcha.
This week's like a combination of both forms.
Yeah, because I printed off and it was Sunday, but it starts on a Thursday, so yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, start using like online the new one. Because it like reminds you to like get on your story for things besides your workout, and you know, like to share your tips about or something about your daily life. And the part that is let me just pull it up, just get a stack of stuff in. So initiate connections and add followers. Like I would say, you know, like searching the hashtags and following people can fall under that category. And like initiating connections, so like replying to people's stories and you know, commenting their photos, things like that. Like that's initiating a connection. It's not necessarily an invite. That's just building a connection, helping them like see your name, so then they're kind of like, oh, who is this person? What else? So social media posts that the benefits of your healthy lifestyle or call to action. That's pretty self-explanatory on Instagram, Facebook story. Respond to all new likes, comments, or views. Invite at least 5 people to join a challenge group. So that's the inviting part. So the connections is not necessarily sending an invite. That's just, you know, putting your following. And then the invite. So at least 5 every single day, but you can write in if you do more. And then follow up with people you've invited. So in order to follow up, you need to have a list, your whatever you want to call it, hot list, master list, whatever. You need to have a way that you're tracking the people you're talking to and inviting, so you can follow up with them. And people who do not respond to you are also follow-ups, because think of how many times you have read a message and you forgot to respond. That happens a lot. It's not always people ghosting you and like just ignoring you sometimes. So like if I do that, if I sent one like a couple weeks ago and they didn't respond, I'll say, like, I'll start it by saying like, hey, like, I'm not sure if you saw my last message, but just wanted to try and reach out again, you know, see if you're in. So I'll acknowledge that I did just send them one, but you know, and then I've gotten responses that were like, yeah, I didn't mean to ignore you. Like I just saw it, read it, and forgot, you know, like we all do that. So don't think that it's someone automatically ignoring you. That's in your head. That's a limiting belief. Contribute to your challenge group. So, you know, that's like adding value besides your workouts and Shakeology. Like that is a given that you're doing that. Contributing to your challenge group is beyond that. So adding value, commenting, celebrating people, things like that. Sharing a recipe, that's contributing to the challenge group. Recognizing achievement, you know, when people talk about finishing a program or finishing their workout. Like that's also, commenting, and coaches on your team as you build your team, recognizing those victories. And then, so that's just recognition. So one thing that we also were going to do every week was pick a client that we are going to recognize in the group this week. So, don't panic if you don't have one right now. I don't have one right now either. But does anyone have one that they wanted to let on the top of their head? I don't have the screen up, so I don't know if you're shaking your head or not. But
one of the new girls that just started Transform 20, Abby Nauman, she did the whole intro thing and has posted twice already, which I think is pretty good for how new she is.
Cool. Yeah. So shout her out for just getting right into it, engaging and holding people accountable by her posting. That's a good one. We're just scrolling through, deciding. Oh, why didn't I prepare this ahead of time? I'm going to do Jackie Buck. She's one of my clients because it's not typical of her to commit to something and stick to it. And she's really trying and proud of herself that she's, doing this. So, because she's very busy. So I'm going to shout her out. Abby and Kylie.
I'm going to have to look after we get off because I do this on my phone.
Okay.
I don't know. Can I
Yeah,
if I slide out of this, is it going to go away?
Honestly, not sure. Oh, it just doesn't show you, but you're still there.
Okay.
Okay, and did everyone see we're reading chapters 1 through 3? Keys for those doing for transformation. What I'm doing also is I'm highlighting. This is also a great way to get ideas for posts, you guys. My creative juices flow when I am reading personal development. I'm like, oh my God, that'd be a great post. Oh, I feel that. That'd be a great post. Highlight that stuff, write notes, and make a little note on a caption that you would want to do, and just have a collection of things that you want to talk about. So that's what I'm doing with this. I have my highlighter, and I'm doing oh, that's really good. And if anyone has started it, Sean T, I don't even know if I've ever heard him say this out loud, but he says amaze balls so many times. He writes it in. I'm okay. Oh my God, how about when you showed his transformation or his before photo?
I freaking loved the before video. I was almost in tears watching their stories, and I was
that was my favorite part of the whole
thing. My God, I was watching it this morning before I did the workout, and I was like, oh my God, I think I might cry.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I expected it to be all about the program, and then it was totally all the mental side of it, and I was like, holy shoot.
Well, and then they were crying, you could see they were making changes, and I was like, my God, I can't even wrap my head around this right now. It's 5 a.m.
Yeah. It just makes it so much more real, you fitness programs, you just see these fit people who are just killing it, and they have no problems, but this makes it so much more relatable. And it was amazing. I love it. And I have a backup to box, so have a little connection. I think she might be one of my favorites, but I like them all.
Hey, really quick, I finally found my person. I was trying to remember her name. That's why I was scrolling through trying to find my person to shout out. I commented, Rachel Fry, I think that's how you say her name.
Yeah.
She had commented, it's a couple days ago and everything, but she had had a really shitty day and was trying to find the motivation to do it. And I commented, and she was like, this is exactly what I needed. I'm going to do this and all this stuff. And She's posted a couple other times since then, but I was just trying to find hers. And so I wanted to shout her out because she still got it done after like having a really, like her workout in, even after having like a really crappy day. And so, and reaching out to like the group for support and all that stuff. So that's huge.
That's a good one. I think she really needs it. I don't exactly, I mean, she like has a child on her own and she makes a lot of like sad Facebook statuses. It makes me sad. But so I think she would really appreciate that.
I don't know whose challenger Anna Bofelli is.
Yeah, she's mine.
She was I think she was the only other one other than us who posted her before pictures for a transfer.
Oh, good point.
So I found her and I feel like I want to shout her out.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
That's really hard.
Because we were the only other ones that did.
Yeah,
I like it. All right. Okay, that's probably enough topics, and we have 2.5 minutes. Does anyone have any other quick questions about anything I talked about or that's going on within?
I don't have any questions, but I am just feeling very accomplished today.
Good.
Because I wrote down this morning in my journal this big long to-do list, and I finished everything.
Woohoo!
And I did my story post, and I sent in the Voxer thing that I was gonna do it, and I did it.
Yes, I know. I haven't checked any of that. I did see you tag me in something, but I haven't read it yet. I'm not gonna read it now because I'm probably gonna cry.
No.
Yes, Voxer. So the purpose of that is to make it easier for us to check in. So, like just quick, this is what I did. Celebrate me, like who else is going to send 200 invites today? Probably no one. I win, like literally just like get it, walkie-talkie, you don't even have to text it, but like do it every single night. Every single night. That's the purpose of this, is checking in with each other, holding each other accountable. We are pushing for big goals here, people, okay? So it's supposed to make it easier as opposed to trying to post in another Facebook group all the time. So just don't forget. Turn on your notifications for it. All the things. Okay. Snap quick pic.
I know you just talked about resourcefulness, but I figured since we're on here, I would ask. How much typically are the hotel rooms for?
So we got an Airbnb.
Do you have any idea?
We got an Airbnb, and it was probably a total of like a little over 100 between the three. Well, it was supposed to be more than 3 of us, but people backed out. So that's why it ended up being more than 100. But it just depends on like, hotels are probably going to be more expensive. So if you can find like an Airbnb, it's probably the cheaper route. So if there's multiple people on the team that want to go together, otherwise you can totally find people in Team Set Your Soul. Yeah, Jordan wants to go, so hook up with her. And Team Set Your Soul on Fire is going to have a ton of coaches that, usually someone's looking for, more people because it makes it cheaper the more people you have, depending on where you're at. So it's just a matter of like looking things up and trying to find the best price. And if you have multiple people, then you get